was gonna do something. Why don't you guys meditate on the chart for yourselves while I go and do my thing and be right back. Oh yeah, you can definitely see that chart. Boom. Boom. Maybe I should zoom in. Okay, so whenever it is, ooh, it's a sun in Virgo. All right. When it is a full moon, it's the opposite of a new moon. The sun and the moon are on opposite sides of things. So that whole, it's the end of something and starting over, it's like, no, you're in the middle of it. That's how the story seems to go. So, I'll be back. Don't worry. You were. Don't mind me, I'm just doing some witchy things over here. Witchy, terrible witchy things. Yeah. So, the sun is at 7 degrees of Virgo, which means the moon is in Pisces. Okay. So, we'll have to see where Mercury is to kind of figure out how that sun might be affecting us. Again, I like to keep things kind of general. It's my first house, so the sun is in my first house, so it's like a bright time for my sense of self. The soul is moving through me because it's Virgo. Sun in Virgo, it's like details, service, perfection, harvest, meticulous. But the flavor of that Virgo will be dependent upon Mercury, which is, retrograde. Over 10 degrees away from the sun. So Mercury is coming back towards the sun, so it's still far enough away though. I don't think Mercury retrograde is a problem in Virgo. It's actually like a guilty pleasure. Oh my god, I'm gonna take out every single thing that I own and see if it sparks joy. I'm like Marie Kondo that shit. Wow. So, I want to show you the sun real quick. It's kind of perhaps worth seeing. The sun is over there. But, yeah. Yeah, compared to that little chart. I mean, I don't want to show on the chart. It's pretty neat. On a computer, touch screen, it's all pretty dope. But as you can tell, I'm rather relaxed in my approach to astrology. Kind of letting some of that fatalistic stuff go, but definitely thinking it's okay to tell stories because what else are we gonna do? Well, probably many things. Hi, bright sun. I can't even really keep my eyes open because it's just too magnificent. And I probably shouldn't stare at it, right? Hi. Hi, sun in Virgo. I mean, it's not. I'm time traveling right now. I'm thinking about the future. Astrology is very slippery. It's very slippery. The point is, I'm telling stories periodically. This one I'm just doing in advance. I could literally just keep going. Just do the next one over and over and over until this website finishes. And then I can find them out myself. I could tell stories infinitely. That sunset's nice. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. Once it slightly dips down, then you can just be like, oh wow, pretty colors. Nice. Okay, sun in Virgo. 7 degrees. Music. That's right. I make these musical now. I'm learning. Hold on. Mercury's retrograde now in the chart. Hold on. It's okay to backtrack. Over and over and over and over again. Over and over and over and over again. Oh Oh, the sun, oh, the sun, oh, the sun is in Virgo, the sun is in Virgo, the sun, the sun, the sun is in Virgo, the sun is in Virgo, the sun, the sun. The sun is in Virgo, the sun is in Virgo, the sun, the sun, the sun is in Virgo, the sun is in Virgo. How can the sun be something I've captured in a story I've told in my mind? How can the sun be so much less fun, dear? It's living in my silly mind. Is this talking backwards, this spilling open spree, something I should share with you, something that should be free? Somehow it feels okay, 'cause no one's getting hurt. And I'm learning to use my voice to say some words. Perhaps I could rewrite them. Perhaps I'll do it now. I'm allowed to look back and say, how could I have been so much better? Most improved, biggest self-correction. Where can I go? Oh, can I actually get it wrong? I'm not so sure that I can say, but Neptune's on my sun, so somehow makes me think that the sun that's shining now should be associated with the music. I don't feel like I'm directing whatever flow this is. Is it a demon that needs to die? A soul that needs to fly? I don't know. I don't know. What could be better? Maybe in tune I could try to play this way. Probably better. I don't know, we'll find out. Where was I? Always on the cusp of crying. It seems that way to be in this place. Place that Jesus said was the kingdom of heaven. Man, does that mean that it couldn't be improved because the sun is in Virgo? The sun is in Virgo. That bright sun needs to let go to the problems and the processes that could be better. I know that Mercury's about to dip back into the sun. Another one, another thought that's never gonna ever end. It's just gonna go back that way and forward and back that way and forward. Like it's like the thought processes that the human, like this human, me, is going to have these thought processes. It's going to have these capacities because it was shared a lot of ideas growing up. A lot of ideas. Like, many ideas. Many lessons, many ways of thinking about, approaching, framing, using, like, your soul's highest wishes to sort of, like, entrain with situations. It's like, yes, like, the Holy Spirit. It's like, what the fuck is this universe? Like, what the fuck is your universe? Yeah. See, I understand that I've made myself a star, like astrology. But I'm trying to, like, weave it in. I'm trying to honor the, like, need for, is it like, well, it's, you could say it's recognition, but it's also like, so that way you are able to be, like, witnessed and experienced. So it's like, for instance, if you have a business, if a son has a business, what would the son's business be right now? What would it be? What am I trying to do? What am I trying to say? Mercury, it's more, it's less passionate. It's almost more just like responsive. Like, I'm getting the idea of speediness from Mercury, right? Mercury's the speedier one. If you look at the planet's actual more or less movement, you're like, yeah. So, like, the sun is always going in the same direction, never going back. It just, every day, just keeps going. Well, at least until we perceive the universe to end. But it seems like billions of years. Like, do you see how analytical this is? Do you see how, like, is what I'm saying bad? Let me know if it's bad. So right now my Mercury is retrograding. It's trying to, like, reflect. It's trying to go, wait, what? It's reviewing, right? Because we know that Mercury doesn't retrograde. It doesn't go backwards just because we're like, hey, look, Mercury's just being like, hey, what's up? Like they have a movement, like they have a shape. You can speed it up, like the very big things. And then you look down inside of us and there's just like little things, little cells. Like, look under a microscope, or like watch YouTube videos. I understand some of them are projections, but it was like one of them I watched, and it was like, as it was projecting, like what it looked like as you got smaller and smaller, it's like we ended up right here. Like, it's just like, oh, they're not that different looking than us. It's like a little world. It's like, to me, that's like what it is to watch an animated film. When I think of Virgo energy, I think of animated films. I think of filmmaking, I think of editing, like precise editing, chopping and putting things together. And it's like, oh yeah, you can do it, Caleb. You can do it. And it has been reflected to you that it's good. It's good. You're trying to make it universal, but you're also so afraid of, like, perpetuating some sort of false notion as if, like, I have a say in what's going on. It's like, do I have a say? Like, to a degree, it feels like we have says, but there's also this sense of just, like, well, I'm hesitant to keep saying words. I'm just going to tune into my body. I'm going to think what I'm feeling. Like the vibrations, the potential to go places, using stories to just sort of like, like, to me, this has to be framed as art or trying to understand my inner child. Like, I don't think it's dangerous to do this, but it's so, like, a result likely of being a student, like being the teacher's pet, being the yearbook editor, being a journalism major, being someone who grew up all over the world. Like, that's such a lie. Like, even all over the world, like, I have seen many places. I have lived in many different places, but, like, all over the world, that's straight up a lie. Like, I'm so glad that my mind is trying to stop me from lying. I'm so grateful that is happening. That's the type of dialogue where it's like, it's like I'm holding on to death. Like I'm holding on to it. Like it makes me want to clench my teeth. Like death. Like, am I dead? Like, am I dead right now? Like, what would that be like? Like, it's like teeth. It's like feeling my bones. Like I don't know how to describe this. It's like, I don't want to scare people, but I'm also scared of aspects of existence. Like, if I'm to take what I wake up inside of and part of every day, like right now, I'm spinning through the idea that people are even watching this. No one is watching this. But I feel compelled to share. It's my practice. It's my pattern. Should I do it? Okay, the sun is in Virgo. Let's keep trying to tell the story. Or do you guys not want me to? It's like I'm just sort of. There's a movement. There's an oscillating. There's a jumping in between ideas. There's a scatteredness that's happening right now. A scattering, an adventure, a momentum, a dance, an explosion, an eruption. It's a result of my behavior. To a degree, I can control aspects of it. For some reason, I'm doing this. I feel like pinchy, so maybe I want to stretch. I feel like kind of pinchy. It's like tickling, fighting, feeling intensely your body. Like when kids are given a lot of that, it's just like it gives them a sense of vital capacity to really be in the world. Like, man, movement, exploration, conversation, inclusivity, putting in the patterns, helping create navigators for your experience, like the privilege of working with children. But it's dangerous. It's dangerous to a degree when the kids are bigger than you. It is. It is dangerous to a degree. But I've gone to over 60 schools in Los Angeles and been fine. Been totally fine. There's been a few times I've been threatened. I've been, I believe, falsely accused of, like, things because they don't think that it's okay for me to be expressing myself the way I am. That is the evidence that I received. And it's also like, this is the public school system, so I understand that. Like, it's a privilege to be able to access this space. I had to get fingerprinted, it's part of society, it's part of TV, it's part of the show we're all putting on, and it's like, I'm just sort of scared and terrified, and I don't feel supported. I know that that's nuts. I know that it's nuts because there's so much support all around. There's so much support all around us for life, for existence. But then even then, there's this persistent fear. There's this persistent fear of, like, what is this battle? What is this battle? Whose voice is this? Whose voice is this? What do I want my voice to sound like? What impression do I want to give? What intention do I have for speaking? The sun in Virgo, Mercury retrograde. So yes, it's reflective. It's all kinds of messages not getting through. Things not going perhaps directly to where you precisely want them. But there's a discovery that happens even then. Why am I feeling my brain? Energization exercises. Lessons. Teachings. It's like I'm having a competition with Jesus right now. Like, meet Jesus and I, the energy of Jesus and I. We're not resonating. Does that mean I'm not a Christian? Does that mean I'm going to hell? What do we mean by hell? What do we mean? Am I going to go to hell for feeling upset and disappointed? Am I going to go to hell for that? Sun, full moon in Pisces. Yeah. I mean, you can see my subconscious, I think, pretty bright here, right? If I'm applying this to me, because Virgo rising. Yeah, a messenger, a backwards messenger, a trickster, a confused message. Yeah, that's me. Going down to actually the light of service, like the sun that Mercury is orbiting. Where is it? It's like the harvest, the virgin. Well, I'm not a virgin. I'm not a virgin. It's like, am I advertising more? Like, what do I want? What? Like, sex is a pleasant activity. It is a pleasant activity. When there's genuine desire there. Like, when there's consciousness, when there's safety. It's a pleasant experience. It's a connective experience. For me, I had enough of it so that, like, with men in particular, I've kind of, like, I don't know, it's sexual energy. Sexual energy. Advertisement. Me, guilty as charged. Advertising myself, selling myself, building a dream version of myself and sharing it. Stories. Part of this story. Like feeling. What am I feeling? What is this chart having to say? Having to say in this moment to my imagination, to my subconscious, to my own capacity to storytell, to ideate. Something I learned to do. Something I'm learning to do. Something I'm worried about doing. If I want to come out of anxiety, if I want to change my state, well, I gotta say, probably certain substances shouldn't be taken. But then again, it's here I am now, and I feel like I'm coming to more animated. So it's like animated, good for performance, but do I not like how I'm feeling? Can I not handle that my body's just sort of like just like completely nuts. Like, do I need to stop it? Do I want to get into some kind of like, just like be like a little kid? Like, what emotional part is this? It's just scared. Like, I don't know. But I'm rolling with it. I've let go, and now it's just sort of like I'm kind of like being spilled about, like so you I shouldn't be driving a vehicle. Of course, it's not allowed. You shouldn't do that. Well, again, I don't know how this affects other people, but for me, it's like, it's very clear why that rule exists, and it's one that should be honored. It's like, I was so peacefully calm, chill, and just sort of neutral. Maybe detached a bit. And now I'm like, I mean, I was trying to like move about, trying to exercise a little bit. I'm trying to create stories. It's like yoga feels like, and dance, those are the types of things that want to happen now. Like my body, it's just sort of naturally building to it. All of this as a result of the substance. It's like force, like the medicine of it, though, it does, like I do have like, I don't know if it's on discomfort, but it's like poppy negative jaw stuff. But I feel like I'm sinking. I feel like I'm sinking into stuff. I don't know. How much of this stuff is necessary or helpful for my body? It's like I'm just like it's like I'm a giant or something. Like I'm not. I don't feel like. I feel cumbersome. The energy that wow, it's like I'm seeing myself as the monster in my story that I'm trying to write. The moon in this chart will be near Saturn, near death. What is good for my body? What do I vote? How do I choose? Encouraging the exercise, but like trying to be more like in control, like in the body, committed to executing things, believing that it's the inspiration for me. It's there's like a part of me that's I'm falling into the chart. Where's Jupiter? Yeah. Jupiter and Uranus inching closer together. A technologically minded energy. Ooh, that Uranus-Jupiter conjunction. Like this to me, it's like a oh, but it's so, astrology is so twisted. Just like storytelling, it's so twisted. Well, that's why you call it the Salve of Serpents. The Salve of Serpents. Remembering the story. That's what's coming to mind right now. Remembering the story. Keeping the details of the story consistent so that when people hear it, they have a similar response. Trying to control the response. Trying to... What part is this? What is this one thing? How am I not being interviewed and interviewing people? Like, how is that not happening? Maybe I gotta go ask for it. Maybe I gotta stumble through the internet and just be like, just stumble around asking for people. Like, thinking about the guy at the mall in LA just like coming up to people and be like, hi. You're just thinking, massaging, like, is this a good thing for my neck? I don't know. But I feel like it's chilling me out a little bit. It's It's like a form of self-massage, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. But it's live on YouTube. It's live on YouTube. A kite flying in the air. Taking a dive. Man, this feels like a flow state. It's such a strange thing to just be like pressing into the jaw. Probably the comfort of eating. Or is there something wrong with my teeth? No, I just went to the dentist and everything was fine recently. So it would have had to been drastic. I know the jaw is related to the heart, so it could be a heart thing, but I had my heart checked out, and they said my heart was fine. Though, she didn't recommend, cannabis usage. LA. Journalism. Look it up. Legality of it. Look it up. It's on YouTube as well. I'm trying to be careful about what I say. I mean, I'm just spilling open. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. I am afraid. That's another character. Afraid. It's a good character. Will I ever put them all in the same story in a way that's accessible to other people? I know how to tell a story. What is the story I wish to tell? The analysis and the service to details. 7 across. Cut the kite. Cut the kite is the thing. Cut the kite. Cut the kite. Yeah, that's what I see. Cut the kite. It's like a kid. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm just thinking about people who've made astrology books and the amount of time and energy and dedication they've gone to looking at a little grid. Wow. The machine of Aquarius. The machine of Aquarius. The mental machinery. The mental machinery. I just feel like there's a fear. There's a fear. There's a fear. Where's that fear coming from? I don't know. I can listen to myself. But there's a part of me that's like on edge about something. And it's like, what am I on edge about? What am I thinking is going to happen? What am I worried about? How can I help? It's just allowing everything to unravel. I do experience like yeah. I'm reflecting on people. I'm reflecting on people and potentials. Reflecting on this glyph. Kill the kite. Kill the kite. Kill the kite. Destroy it. It's like Star Destroyer in space. Like. Oh wow, that's interesting. It's like in Star Wars. Do I want to be like the hero who uses the tiny ship to like navigate in and like? Do I want to be Luke Skywalker? Do I want to be the one who just destroys an insane massive battle station? Power control the Death Star. Like thinking, yeah, it's so. Gosh, stories are so brilliant. They're so brilliant. The capacity to tell them, the implications when you start to connect them with your own life, with mythic force. This one's so much more scattered. But the other one was spacey. Just different. Just journaling your madness. Wondering if you need to change how you're expressing yourself. Is there something you can do that feels good? It's like empty. Like I don't know. A sense of wanting to needing to, like, frustration. Do I need to move? Is that a better way to use this? This energy, do I have to stop the reading? Do I have to stop sharing? I can do what I want. There's no, it's clearly just whatever. You are an astrologer. You want to use it as inspiration to talk about, like, your authentic desires. You're using media. Interesting. Thinking about my story. Man. trying to tell the truth.